The style of class today is Vin Yin and Core. So we'll start out with a warm-up move, blow through some Vinyasa style moves, do a few specific core activities, and then finish with some deep stretching, right? Lay your shoulders up and back a few times. And you can just come to sitting up nice and tall, seeing your eyes, and just starting to turn your focus and your gaze inward to your yoga breath, maybe an ujjayi breath, taking those long, deep inhales in through your nose, long, deep exhales out through your nose. Taking your inhales and your exhales about the same length. So your breath to just start to become present. Focus, help mind and help relax your body. Take a moment here to set an intention for class. Kind of remind yourself something you're grateful for, something positive. On our next inhale, let's go ahead, open up your eyes, reach your arms out to the side, reach up tall, drawing the shoulders down and back. And then exhale, we're going to open up to cactus arms. So opening up those shoulders, opening up the chest, squeezing together in the back, elbows out wide, maybe starting to look up a little bit. Good. And then from here, we'll release. Go ahead, inhale, reach your left arm up nice and tall. So sitting up nice and straight. And then we're going to stretch up and over to the right side. So side stretch, reach. Stretching out those obliques, keeping both of the sit bones down as you stretch. From here, we're going to open up the shoulders and the chest a little bit more. Bring the shoulder up towards the ceiling, looking up towards your fingers. Good. And then you can come back forward. Hand just right in front of you. Bring it at a diagonal and reach it across your body. A bit of a twist. Coming forward a little bit. Good. Just switch sides. So opposite hand comes down to the side. Inhale, just find the length. Then exhale, up and over. Good. Side. Feeling that nice stretch along your obliques. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Sit bones stay grounded. From here, we're going to open up the shoulders. So opening up the shoulders more towards the sky, looking up towards your fingers. And then you can make your way back through to the center, just keeping that arm straight in front of you. Reach it across at a diagonal, coming forward as you reach across, a little bit of a twist too. Good. You can back there to the center. We're going to do a seated cat-cow pose. So you can bring your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale to draw the chest forward, arch your back. Exhale to round your back, round your shoulders, chin in towards your chest. Pushing up the spine a few times, moving with your own breath. Two more rounds in the cat-cow. Great. So from here, we're going to come to easy butterfly style pose. So normally in a butterfly pose, maybe you bring the heels in close. Today, we're going to take this out very wide. So mainly just focusing on an easy stretch for our hips. So making kind of this big triangle. At the beginning of class, so just slowly kind of nice and relaxed. Getting out the feet wider helps get a little bit more into the hips. Here for a few deep breaths. Good, and then you can slowly walk your hands back. We're going to make our way into a yogi squat. So you can come forward onto your hands and knees. Take our feet out about the width of the mat. And these kind of are the feet and the knees out at a diagonal. And we're going to come down. So you want if you can bring the hips down, bring the hips down. If you need to, you can come up onto the toes. But if you can put the heels down, you want the heels down. And main thing, you don't want to be hinging forward. The chest up. The shoulders back, feeling this more in your inner legs. Stay here for a few deep. And then bring your hands forward. We're going to lift the hips up and just come to an easy forward fold. Lifting up through the hips, bend in the knees, box the arms and shoulders. Just kind of let yourself hang there. Putting out the toes. Nice stretch in your hamstring as you keep lifting up through the hips. Right from here, we're going to come back into the yogi squat. So walk your feet out wider, coming at a diagonal. Send our hips down, the shoulders down and back, chest lifted. We're going to add on a little twist here. So you can take your right hand inside your right knee. We're going to put our left arm up, looking up towards the fingertips. Good. And then you can bring that left hand back down. You're going to place it inside the left knee and come through that hand. And then open up on the other side. You can bring that hand back down. Lift the hips up and back. Toe your feet together, closer together. Coming back to that forward. This time, we'll go a little bit deeper. So maybe a micro bend in the knees, lifting up through the hips. Grabbing the backs of your calves to pull your chest towards your upper thighs. From here, half lift. The shoulders back. Back. Exhale, fold forward deeper. Next, inhale, come all the way up. Lengthen your spine, extended mountain pose. We're going to reach back here. So little back bend. Bring the hips forward. Arms reach up. Your head back. Staying here a few breaths. And slow, making your way all the way back up to standing. From here, we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutation C's. Stepping towards the front of your mat. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. So moving with You're going to take a big step back with your left foot, setting up for a low lunge. So send that left knee down and back. We're going to make our way up, lengthen through our spine, reach up, draw the shoulders down and back. Then bring your hands forward, back, your front foot back, coming to a plank. We're going to go Vinyasa here. So lowering down through an up dog with cobra pose. Coming into downward facing dog. Staying in this downward facing dog for a few breaths, just stretching it out. Right from here, take that left knee in towards your chest, and we're going to bring that left foot through between our hands. Back knee down and back. Bring up for that low lunge on the other side. Reaching your arm up, drawing the shoulders down and back. Bring your hands forward, lift the back knee up, and we're going to take a big step forward, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Then through your spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So we're going to do a few more rounds, starting with the other side first. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Time big step back with your right foot first. That right knee down and back. Reach up, coming into our low lunge, and then opening up the arms. So opening up chest, shoulder blades together in the front, maybe looking a little bit. Good, and then we'll bring our hands to frame that front foot, lift the back knee up, and through a vinyasa. That front foot back. To come to your knees if you want to, but lowering down through to an up dog or cobra pose, drawing the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths in down dog, resetting here. Spreading out the fingers. Sending those hips up and back. From here, right knee comes high to your chest, right foot through between your hands, send the back and back. Up into that low lunge, reaching up, opening up to cactus arms again. From here, we'll bring our hands, lift them up, and we're going to take a big step forward into a forward fold. Next, inhale, reach up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same thing again, just adding on another variation. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Big step back, left foot. Knee down and back. Your way to your low lunge, knees over your ankle. To start with, we're going to take our hands, interlace them behind our back, shoulder blades down and back. You can release your hands. We're going to bring our hands to either side of the foot, lift the back knee up, move through a vinyasa, stepping back to a plank, lowering down to the cobra pose. Your time into downward facing dog. A few deep breaths. Relax that head and neck towards your chest. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, left foot through between your hands. down and back. On our way up first to that low lunge, and then you can take the hands, interlace them behind the back, draw the shoulder blades down and back. From here, we're going to come forward, back knee up, big step forward, forward fold. Next, inhale, reach all the way up. Lengthen through your spine, hands to heart center. From here, we're going to move through a forward fold twist. So feet close together, hinging from your hips. Bring your fingertips down, maybe just in front of your feet. Bend that right knee. Leg is straight. Right fingertips stay on the mat. Left hand to left shoulder. Bending that shoulder open towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Reach that arm up. Try not to sit back too much in your heels. Come forward a little bit more. Deep breaths here. With our arm out nice and long, we're going to come all the way up, upper body twist. So standing twist, looking behind you, hips square to the front. Just reach out, little neck stretch, looking behind you. You can reach your arms back up again, hands to heart center. On the other side, so hinging from your hips forward, bending the left knee, hand on the mat, straightening the right leg, right hand to right shoulder, twist that shoulder open, reach that arm up. Wait forward a little bit. And then make your way all the way up in that, looking over your shoulder, upper body twist. Get your arms back up. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. We're going to go through a vinyasa. Half a lift. Inhale. So bend your knees, hand step back to a plank. Lower down through to an up dog pose. Into downward facing dog. We're going to come to a three-legged down dog. So reach your right leg up. Flex that foot. Stretch it out. From here, you're going to bring that knee high to the chest. Bring that foot between your hands. I'm going to pause here. So you want back knee straight. The back heels up. We're setting up for a lunge. So your feet are a little bit staggered for balance. From here, we'll find a balance. Make our way up to that high lunge. Torso straight. Seeing if you can straighten through that back knee. Bend over the front knee. Reach the arms up. From here, we're going to come into a twist. The right knee's in front, right hand down. Right hand's going to come down around behind you. Good, and then come back up through to the center, back to that high lunge. Spin the back heel down, coming into your two pose, axing the shoulders. Good. Deep breath towards your right fingers. Reach forward, moving into extended side angle pose. Option 1, to bring the forearm above the knee. Right top arm reaches forward. Other option, to bring the fingertips all the way down if you want to get a little bit deeper. going to bring both hands down. Step that back foot in a little bit. We're coming to a wide leg pyramid pose. You're squaring the hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Forward towards that front knee. All right, from here, we're going to go through a vinyasa. So you're going to step that front to a plank, lower down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, forward, king dog. Same, the other side. Start out three-legged down dog. That left leg, so opposite leg comes up and back. And then you're going to bring that the way through. Here, making sure your front knees over top of your ankles, straight through that back knee. Check and make sure your feet are a little bit staggered for balance. Left foot a little bit to the left, right foot a little bit to the right. When you're ready, we're going to make our way up, finding your balance, making your way up to that high lunge. Leg strengthener, deep breath. Here, revolve high lunge. Left arm comes down. And behind you as the right arm comes forward, you're looking behind you. Come back through to the center, warrior two. Spin that back heel down. Moving into extended side angle pose. Reach forward. Or maybe above the knee to start with. Right bicep towards ears. You want to go deeper, bringing the fingertips down. From here, bring both hands down to frame that front foot. Step that back foot in a little bit to heel, and then square the hips. Send the left hip back, right hip forward. Leg pyramid. This is mostly stretching out the hamstring muscle in the front leg. Bring the forehead towards the knee. From here, we're going to go through a vinyasa. So stepping that front foot back, lowering down to an up dog or cobra, and making your way back into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to walk or just step the feet in through to the center, crossing at the ankle, coming to a seat. We're going to make our way onto our back. We're going to do a few core exercises before we get into the Yin Yoga. So coming onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. We're going to start out, we're going to do some Pilates style core work, starting out with a double leg stretch. Knees in towards your chest, bring your shoulders up, and we'll move slow through the first one. Inhale, reach up, expanding everything, pointing the toes. Sweep your arms around. We're going to do 10 of those. So not moving the core, only moving the arms and the legs, sweeping around. First, keeping the shoulders up nice and high. Feet are glued together. Halfway there. One more. 3, 2. Last one. Good. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Next exercise, single leg stretch. So you're going to start out with knees over top of your hips. Lift your shoulders up. You're going to bring your hands to one knee. Opposite leg is going to straighten either high or down low, and a switch. So if you want to keep the knees over the hips, moving the legs, shoulders stay up high, going for seconds from here. If you need to strengthen your neck, you can take your hands behind your head. Keep your hands shoulder on your knees. Shoulders up a little bit higher. Through. 10, 9, 7, 5, 1. Release. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe just rock side to side. All right, from here we're going to do some bicycle crunches. So you can take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Knees to a tabletop. We'll do the first two super slow. So lift your shoulders up. One leg, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Reach it up nice and high. Switching side. All right, we're going to speed it up for about 30 seconds again. Stay up high, really twist as you come through to the center. Goes out wide, point through your toes. Extend through your legs. Halfway there. Do 10 more. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. All right, go ahead and take your feet together. We're going to do a lying down butterfly stretch. Kind of like a recovery, a restorative pose. And other knees out wide. Stay here for a few breaths. All right, from here, we're going to take your time. Push yourself up to a seat. And we're going to start with our Yin Yoga portion of class. So just holding the poses longer, getting into some deeper stretching. We're going to start with a V pose, melted heart pose for the shoulders and the chest. Want extra padding for your knees because we're going to hold it a little bit longer. You can kind of fold up the mat, or if you have a blanket, just place a blanket under your knees. All right, so knees, hips up high over the knees. Reach your arms forward, and you're going to bring your forehead down. All right, so take a moment in this pose and kind of just notice where you're really feeling the stretch. So this pose is really targeting the upper body. So the shoulders, the upper back, and the arms. Allowing those muscles to just release into the pose. So try not to tense them up. If it becomes too intense, you can sit. How to make it less intense is by sitting back a little bit more, hips towards your heels, more like a child's pose will kind of decrease the intensity in your shoulders. You can, keeping the hips up over the knees. For these yin yoga poses, we're going to be holding them up to like 3 more minutes to really get into the deeper tissues, the tissues beyond the muscles of the joints, the ligaments, and even the bone. Two more deep breaths here. And then you can slowly make your way out of the pose. Time. And we're going to come to a counter stretch. We're going to come to a child's pose. Child's pose can put your knees together. Just sitting back towards your heels. Staying here before we move on to the next pose. All right, from here you can walk your hands back. We're going to set up for the next pose. The next pose you're going to be maybe set up like the long way against your mat. This doesn't really matter. Called rigger pose. So you're going to take one foot out long, no matter which foot is out long to start out with. Your knee and your foot are going to be in line. Your hands are in front of you. Okay, so from here, few options. So you're going to feel the stretch inside the leg down to your forearms. What we want to do is try to sit back towards your heels. So work your way back towards your heels, stretching out inside that leg. Just coming back to your breath, using this time. You just come back to your breath, kind of as your quiet time. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to move a lot. Need some stillness. And those muscles to relax. If you want, bringing the head all the way down to the hands, or you could bring them, on top of a blanket or a pillow. About 2 or 3 more breaths here. You can make your way back up to the center. Before we do the other side, let's do a few rounds of cat-cow pose here. So just inhale to drop your belly. Let's go. Exhale onto your back. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. And the other leg out long. So your foot and your knee are kind of okay. You can start out by coming onto your forearms here, deciding where you want to go in the pose. So what you can towards sitting back in your heels if that feels good, or you can stay up on your forearms. Once you're there, just kind of settling in that stillness. Stillness in the pose, maybe coming back to your breath. Two or three more breaths in this pose. All right, very good. Then we're going to slowly work our way out of it, coming back onto our hands and our knees. Come to a seat. All right, so from here, we're just going to start out, take your wide, and we're just going to drop our knees side to side a few times. And we're going to set up for shoelace pose. You're going to take one leg out long. Doesn't matter which leg you start with. You're going to cross the other, and you're going to walk that leg out to the side. What you're trying to do here is to stack the knees on top of each other. Don't stack if your legs like up here, that's okay, but you're working towards moving that foot over with the knees to stack for this pose. You want both sit bones down. And right now, you should already feel that stretch in your lower body. You should feel it on the outside of your hip of whatever knee's on top, a little bit in your hamstring. Here, we're going to stretch out our arms and our shoulders. So whatever knee is on top, other arm, cross your body, drawing the shoulder down and back. From here, we're going to take that same arm up towards the sky. You're going to bend at the elbow, and then up, and take your other hand behind your back. So I'm going to turn just so you can see me. Fingertips are to reach for each other. You can reach and hook blood, but if not, that's totally fine. They're just reaching each other. The thing you want to do here, everything open. So don't round your shoulders, don't hunch over. You want your head and chest looking forward and neutral. Pushing out the tricep, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Breaths here. One more deep breath. Go ahead and release your arms. Get a little bit deeper into the lower body, into the hips. Go ahead and maybe bring your hands forward a little bit. As you walk your hands forward, you should feel the stretch a little bit more, maybe in your hamstring of the leg that's out long, and the outside of your hip. Staying here a few more deep breaths. and slowly walk your hands back. So just moving nice and slow, just pausing, sitting up straight. You can un your leg, just shake your feet out in front of you. We're going to windshield wiper our knees side to side a few times before we move to the other side. All right, so this time, sit leg comes forward. And then you're going to cross the other knee on top. Again, working towards stacking the knees. Maybe this side will feel a little bit different. That's normal. Both sit bones are down. Being up nice and straight. Whatever arm you took across from before, you're going to take the other arm across, draw the shoulder down and back. And then reach that arm up, bend the elbow, trying to keep that elbow up towards the sky. Other hand comes behind your back. Just don't have to, they're just reaching for each other. Mainly, you want everything open. To be hunched or rounded forward. You want to be sitting up straight. Head and chest is in neutral, just looking forward. It's up towards the sky. In here for about 5 deep breaths. And then go ahead and release your arms. We're going to get a little bit deeper into our legs. So you're going to start to walk the hands forward. And relax the shoulders as you walk forward, trying to find your edge in the pose for right now. So your edge being that point where you're not yanking, you're not pulling yourself, but you're feeling a good stretch. You're still able to allow those muscles to release. Relax. One or two more breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands back. Just take your time, sitting up nice and tall. Twist the legs. Come out. From here, we're going to come to a reverse tabletop as our counter stretch. So heels in towards you, hands behind you. Lift the hips up. And here, breath, maybe allowing the head to drop back. Then you can lower down. From here, we're going to make our way down onto our backs and finish on our backs. So if you want to grab a drink or you come onto your back, go ahead. All right, so we're going to start out on our back with the figure 4 stretch. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, bringing that foot up. Placing the hand behind the thigh. Maybe rolling the ankles out a few times. Energetically pressing that knee that's out to the side. Press it out a little bit more to feel that stretch on the outside of your hips, your glutes. Here, you can take leg straight up towards the ceiling. So still in the figure 4 stretch, but that opposite leg is straight up. Bend that knee back in again. We're going to cross, so top knee over the left knee, like you're sitting cross-legged, but you're lying down. Knees in towards you. And then whatever knee's on top, you're going to drop both knees over to the other side. So you're coming to a twist with your knees crossed. One hand's relaxed on the knees. The other arm can be out long to the side, even bent at the elbow. Be up, or you can look in the opposite direction of your knees for a little bit of a neck stretch. Basically, this twisting is for our back, for our lower back, and for our spine. From here, coming back to the center, uncrossing your legs. We'll set up for the other side. So opposite ankle to that knee, figure 4 stretch, lifting that foot up, interlacing your hands. Maybe rolling the ankles out at times. Energetically pressing that knee that's on top out to the side. There you can straighten the other leg, so staying in the floor, but straightening the opposite leg, stretching a little bit more behind that leg, a little bit deeper into the figure 4 stretch. Muscles in your hips, legs to relax and release. From here, you can bend that knee again. You're going to cross the knee over the bottom knee, like cross-legged. Knees up towards you. Your knees on top. You're going to both knees in the other direction, coming to a twist. So opposite arm out long, maybe bent at the elbow, and can relax on your knees, looking up or looking in the opposite direction of your knees. Allowing yourself to really just release and relax into this pose. And come back through to the center. Cross your legs. Just take a nice long stretch. So straightening your legs out, reach your arms up overhead, pointing your toes, reaching out from your fingers, reaching out, making yourself as long as you can. And then we're going to make our way into Shavasana, so our final relaxation pose. Traditional Shavasana, kind of feet out the side, feet open up, legs out long, palms up. Maybe closing your eyes. You have lower back problems. It can be nice in Shavasana to have your knees bent and the knees in towards each other, and that might feel a little bit nicer back. Kind of as an alternate option for Shavasana. The last minute or two of class, just allowing this time of stillness, allowing yourself to your back to lie flat. In your body, noticing if you still have tension anywhere in your body. Consciously releasing that tension, relaxing, and allowing yourself to just sink a little bit deeper into the mat. From here, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Complete exhale out through your mouth. Start to roll out your wrists and roll out your ankles a few times in each direction. Slowly bringing some movement back to your body. From here, bend your knees, reach those arms up overhead, stretching it out. Roll onto one side using your arm as a cushion, pausing there. And then when you're ready, just slowly making your way up. You see? Finish by bringing our hands to our heart center. Take one more inhale, reaching our arms out and up. Exhale. Back down. Moment to just feel a sense of gratitude, sense of peacefulness, and allowing the positive energy that you feel from your practice to be a benefit to yourself and around you throughout the day and throughout the weekend. Stay.